A grim landmark, those thousands of people killed. And what's interesting is in the latest segment of an interview that the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad gave to a Turkish newspaper called Cumhuriyet, he is unapologetic. He is defiant, saying that the uprising that began in March of last year was part of an international conspiracy to divide and conquer Syria. He accused the demonstrators of basically being mercenaries who first came out in the streets being paid $10 each to protest against his government, and he claims that that fee has gone up to $50. Any demonstrator I've talked to would, of course, deny that, especially since many of them have been shot at by Syrian security forces while being out in those anti-government demonstrations. And he went on further to continue his war of words with the Turkish government, accusing Turkey of funneling arms and material and money to what he calls terrorists inside Syria. That is an allegation that has been condemned by the Turkish foreign minister in another newspaper earlier this week. He basically called Syrian President Bashar al-Assad a liar, especially when it comes to the ongoing dispute over the Turkish reconnaissance jet that was shot down by Syrian anti-aircraft defenses about 2 weeks ago. Juanita.
And adding to that, Ivan, if there's more information on the recovery of bodies of both the pilots of that jet that was shot down.
That's right. Last night, the Turkish armed forces announced that they had discovered the bodies deep below the Mediterranean Sea in the eastern Mediterranean. A strange twist to this search and rescue operation is that the Turks were able to bring in a research vessel, the Nautilus, led by the marine explorer Bob Ballard, who is famous for finding the Titanic submerged far below the sea in the 80s. And this vessel, which was working with National Geographic and supposed to be doing archaeological and marine and environmental research, appears to have been seconded to the Turkish search and rescue operation. It came in on the night of the 2nd, and the Turkish Foreign Ministry says the Nautilus's remote-operated vehicles, they're basically submersibles, were able to find the wreckage of the plane and the bodies of the two pilots at a depth of about 1,285 meters, 9 nautical miles off of the Syrian shore. The Turkish Foreign Ministry saying this proves our account that the Turkish plane was shot down in international airspace more than 12 nautical miles off the Syrian coast. The Syrians have said that the plane was within eyesight of the coast and shot down by cannons. That has yet to be resolved. It would be interesting to know what the marine researchers aboard the Nautilus saw with their undersea cameras. We've reached out to them. They have responded to CNN and said at this time their policy is not to comment on this very delicate, very deep undersea search and rescue, no longer tragically rescue operation.